There's a couple new things, but mostly a bunch of fixes and changes. Let's get into it. Alright guys, here's the patch. Energy system has been added. I did the math on this, and to get the same amount of entries that we got before, if you wanted to max everything out before, it would cost you 1900 crystals a day for those 3 game modes, Curio, Path of Growth, and Expedition. Now, with these crystal changes, it'll be 1450, including the 200 energy you get over the course of 24 hours to get the same amount. So you'll be saving crystals if you're someone that maxes those things out, especially if you mainly do Path of Growth and Curios. You'll be saving a bunch of crystals going forward. Notable, this is different than the crystal numbers that we had for Korea. They have been reduced pretty significantly. And also, you will still be able to use your tickets only if you have lower than the energy required to do it. So if you have less than 10, you can do Path of Growth or Curio with your tickets. We see right here the costs, 10 and 10 for Path of Growth and Curio. Expedition is 30, and repeat quests says 8, but as it'll explain later on, it is 8 energy for the repeat quests, but they kept the Rahil orders in the game, and all of them cost 4 Rahil orders if you get them from any source. They explain that right here, as well as they got rid of the pass bonuses that you could do per day, but now it's a login bonus that you get the same entries we had in Path of Growth and Essence Dungeon for free previously. So these are on top of everything else, as well as 12 quick battles, which is enough to do those and have 3 extra for other stuff. They changed missions to reflect the same changes. As it says right here, 4 Rahil orders. So the repeats are 8 energy or 4 Rahils. They changed these. Most of these, none of these are really worth it anymore. Unless you want to do, where's it at? Unknown Scroll. Unknown Breath of Life. Where's it at? Unknown Secret Energy. Oh, that's before. So if we take a look at the ones now, Yarn, Transcendence. Once we get to level 80, these Land of the Dead Guardian, where you get the Transcendence pieces, as well as EXP, is probably going to be the way to go, but only when that happens, and only going to do a couple of them. Guild Siege got a huge overhaul, bunch of changes. One of the most wanted things right here is an attack mark. So a lot of people thought the blue sword meant that was an attack target by your guild. No, that was just available attack targets available to be attacked by your team. Now they're going to be able to go in and target something for you to know what to go after. There's been a lot of changes, mostly fixes. A big thing is you're going to be able to see your attack tickets before you go into a base, so you know what you have available to you, as well as this was a main issue right here for, I believe this is what broke for Asia and those servers, is they weren't able to collect their boxes after the countdown. And so now during matchmaking, you can grab your boxes during that time. They also changed the auto, where's it at? They also changed the auto ultimate. Now it'll not randomly happen, which was pretty weird. They changed the reward structure, which we've talked about before. Moonshadow Force is coming back, the same as KR has it, where it's 5-on-5. You kill monsters to get the unrefined stones, go to the middle to turn them in. You get unrefined stones based on your damage contribution to the monster kill, as well as the actual kill itself. And a very interesting thing down here is if someone's 3 or more class levels under you, then you're going to be getting less points for killing them, which means fight someone your own size, right? This will be interesting to see what happens. It's the same as it has been before. They got rid of the Sky Stones as payout. They told us that was happening beforehand. And as we see down here, we're going to be following a 3-week structure. Moon Shadow, Sunset, Sky Waterfall, Moon Shadow, Sunset, Sky Waterfall. Back and forth, which means in the future, I believe there will be a 4th one, and then we'll be on a monthly cycle. New battlefield outfit is added, which requires a bunch of seals, and it gives support type monster defense 35, which is an important stat, but this is a huge thing that myself, Topher Smurf, Basic Mudblood, and several other content creators are very, very happy about, is spectator mode on Frim battles. And my guild, a bunch of people, when they're bored, do a bunch of friendlies. So it'd be nice to be able to go in there and spectate. It is unclear if you can only have one spectate, or if literally everyone can go spectate you. That'll be interesting. But we'll be able to host tournaments very easily going forward. We knew this was coming before. If you've already completed an act, you can auto-complete it on another character for crystals. This will be important once Soletta comes, so that we don't have to run through, which was the one. Rakamunga is the one that had a long storyline to go through. Hero area is now monthly. It has been updated correctly. I have checked. Guild requests have been updated. Guild payouts, instead of just giving Heart Magicians, now it's Heart Magician plus other stuff. As we go down here, payouts change with the same functionality. Scroll down here. Quick battle, thank the Lord. We can do 10x at the same time. Also, a huge one down here is you can quick battle during matchmaking for Battlefield, Seal, Rupture, Raid, and Arena. That is huge. That is massive. You also, when your game goes into sleep mode, if you're AFK fighting something and your match pops for Arena, Battlefield, any of those things, it automatically comes out of sleep mode now, which is pretty huge. Collection mission, they're giving us new ones. Mileage shop is one people are unsure about, and what happens here is there's only one way to get mileage, and that is thankfully from the free version of the exchange currency Rahil. And what's interesting here is if you have any of the battle passes, Summoner's Pass or Arena Pass, there's no ads, and you can do 10x per day. If you don't have it, I don't know if you have to do it one at a time and watch 10 ads, or if you can 10x it like everyone else can and just watch one ad. Now, the thing is, there's a bit of a scam here. And the thing is, there's 3 items that are cost 600, and there's 2 items that cost 300 over the course of, and they're all monthly. Over the course of the month, you're getting 900 points. So the 2 things that are 300 are a reset marble and this new maximation marble, which is that event that we had at the beginning of June, that everything's guaranteed 100 for blessing. The scam part of it is that it's only for that one altar refresh. So if you want to do both of your monthly altars, you need 2 maximation marbles. Wanting you to know that going forward. They added account levels, which is the tree, summoner offense, summoner defense, monster offense, monster defense. They added 2 to each line, which is 16 in total. The reset cost has been changed from crystals to gold, which is awesome. I enjoy that a lot. We knew this was coming right here. Spires was 140 to 150, and then it also had a red line that said 150 to 160 will be available on the 13th, so we knew this was coming, as well as the attribute is going to 140 as well. Rewards have been added. Also a huge thing that I forgot to mention above, the expeditions. We had that expedition exploit a long time ago, which was caused by entering ones that weren't targeted for the day. Now you can no longer do ones that are the off days. You have to do the one that is that day to stop those things from happening in the future. Right here is pretty interesting. This is the beginning raid options, the first 3 that you unlock. Now, instead of it being every 4 days, you get 2 scrolls and the refining, dust. Now it is do them 10 times, and for Talatis you get a 10x, Ferala you get a legendary, and Crawl you get a refining catalyst. That is a month, which is 30 days. You'll get 3x these, so you'll be getting 30 mystical scrolls, 3 legendary scrolls, and 3 refining catalyst, which is huge. Rose dice have been added to that exchange that you can go turn unused materials for gold. They told us about the mileage, blah blah blah. So you may have noticed either your combat power went up or down, as well as your monsters, and that is because the battle formula has been changed. This is important because Cleef specifically and a bunch of warriors and guardians were getting a lot of free stats because it only really cared about attack, defense, and HP, and those monsters scale off of defense and HP, as well as have strong base numbers in those things. Now it cares about all of your other things like attack speed, crit rate, crit damage, things like that. These are things right here that people have been asking for a long time. Change enemy shortcut. This is a buff for both controller and PC players, but a nerf for mobile players because there's no shortcut for mobile players. And by default, it'll always target the closest target. This is huge because in Battlefield, I'll get in big battles where I kill someone right in front of me, and then I'm attacking, which should be the guy to my right next to me, but I end up following this guy way over there. Now it's going to default to whatever's closest to you. Assassins used to, when they got to low HP, run and hide behind the summoner. Now they fight to the death, which is awesome. They've fixed a bunch of these things going forward. They added 5-star Devilmon craft recipe, which you need 20 pieces to make that, which you get those from guild stuff, as we talked about. We had the mining gathering thing before where people were upset that pay to win was getting too much. The pay to win players just haven't been using it pretty much at all ever since. And now if you have Summoner Pass, the main draw is to get those daily hits of Path of Growth and Curio, but also you'll be getting unlimited mining and gathering going forward. So a day one player, if you have the time, that gets a Summoner's Pass can do the full Master's Quest right now, no issues. Our daily free thing for checking out the store has been increased, as well as giving us energy. They added another outfit to the system. They made the dressing room a little bit easier to figure out where to get the stuff for them. Runes have been updated. Equipment. Is this the one I was thinking when refining equipment, selecting an existing property? I'm sorry, but I believe this is the you don't need to reroll the stat to get the up. So what I mean by that is if you have if you have an A3 crit damage, but you want it to be S, but you still want it to be crit damage, you can just use the catalyst to make it an S, is what it sounds like. This is something that Korea's had for a while, so it would make sense that this would be happening right now. Exchange Center, doesn't matter. Arena shows abilities. Raid, this is a funny one. Right now in the game, well, I guess now it is the 99, but you could do each of the major raids 3 extra times for full rewards a week. Now you can do it 99 times a week for full rewards. It'll be interesting to see if this is available when Mythic gear comes. So a bunch of the bigger whales will just throw a bunch of crystals and do a bunch of that, especially seeing as they added 2 more levels of the subscription crystal bundles, which makes sense. Energy is based off of crystals now, so it makes sense that they're selling more crystals. To improve drop rate of lock shards, that is huge. I'm so happy. This is the one event that took the longest because the lock shards never dropped. Book, easier to tell, easier to work, blah, blah, blah. Tapping opens up chat. We get that max thing for mystical room pieces and materials. To make this happen, put them in your storage, take them back out. Then they'll all be in one stack up to a million. Well, a million magical realm pieces and 100,000 of anything else. There were a lot of bug fixes, a metric ton of bug fixes. The Wusa thing has been fixed, thank the Lord. There was one that's been in the game for the longest time that I didn't think they would ever address, which is on Midas, the second boss, where sometimes one of your monsters just won't move once he starts using his skills. And I thought that was just an issue on my end because it's been so long, but it has been fixed. And I'm just slowly scrolling through these so you can check them as we go through. But the link to this patch will, these notes will be down below. What is this? Fixed dungeon clear reward goal not being... Oh, okay, so hot time is counting for tower. That is really cool. Here it is. Monster enter melee when battling Midas while autobot is on. Invincibility remaining during auto battle. A lot of changes. I read through these, but there were a lot, so it's hard to keep track of which ones were the big ones. End of battle, blah blah blah. Fixed some text. Borbro. I thought this was fixing Dark Borbo's HP bar. Guess not. Gaia Hall fixed. So, loot box issues. This is for the Europe and Asia server. They're getting their compensation as explained right here. That is all for that. Let's check out what's going on in Korea. Alright, so over here on the Korea patch notes, they're getting Fire Vampire Hunter as their banner, as well as Finding the Jewel of the Sea. I can't read that, I'm sorry, but once it's available I will check it out to see what it is. But the rewards look pretty juicy. You could get 12 Devilmon, 50 mystical scrolls, 5 legendary scrolls. Pretty good. They also have the arena scroll like normal. They're fixing Galagos for them over there. They also have a what is it, Soletta coming soon thing, because a week from today, Soletta will be in the game over there, and I will be checking it out on this channel. Let me know what you guys think of the energy change, mileage shop, and all those things down below. Mileage shop is supposed to be our account shop. They may add things in the future, but let me know what you think down below. Until next time, guys.